Hey guys, Dan here from DansTube.TV, and today I've got a review on the GoPro Hero 6 Black, the brand new action camera from GoPro that isn't just an action camera anymore, it is an extensive, powerful, cute little camera. The Hero 6 will set you back $749 Australian dollars. Now if you want to pick it up on Amazon, it is $499, so I will have the link in the description below to check it out. GoPros are expensive. Now that's the problem, they're just a premium price ducat that you have to chuck straight down, fat stacks on a GoPro Hero 6. Now I've had a lot of people commenting on other videos and posts that I put up, and they only recently picked up the Hero 5. Now the Hero 6 is what the Hero 5 should have been. Now if that makes sense to you, everything that's involved in the Hero 6, the image stabilization, the 4K at 60, and the 1080p at 240 frames per second, that should have all been in the Hero 5 and they should have packaged it as a massive release. Instead, it looks like they released the Hero 5 to make a bit of money, and then they've kept the exact same form factor and design and then just added in new features 1 year later for the Hero 6. The Hero 6 works perfectly fine on the GoPro Grip and the GoPro Karma, so if you're in that same ecosystem where you have a GoPro Karma or even a GoPro Grip, then they haven't changed the form factor enough to affect this, so you can still use the Hero 5 and the Hero 6 on both of these devices here. GoPro also announced Quick Stories, which will be available on other devices, but it basically is an automated system. It allows you to get the shot, and then as you kick back and chill out, the footage will automatically move to the GoPro app and transform into an awesome video, and then you can play around with the footage and create your own little video from Quick Stories. GoPro have detailed that the Hero 6 is twice the performance of the Hero 5, so that's just within a year there is twice the performance. So this is all powered by the new GP1 chip, and apparently it delivers 2 times the performance. Now, I don't know how accurate that is, but when it comes to the voice recognition, when it comes to recording or turning the cameras off, when we did our side-by-side test with the Hero 5 and the Hero 6, the Hero 6 drastically beat down the Hero 5 when it came to response time. It beat it out by a few seconds, so it probably is twice the performance when it comes to those basic tasks like turning it on or pressing record or something basic like that, or even just the voice recording, the voice recognition side of things. It does beat it down. It just beats it down multiple times and then licks its wounds, I guess. With twice the performance, it means that the Hero 6 can actually really power some beautiful imagery. So you've got 4K at 60 frames per second, which is amazing. That's something that I would have never have thought would have been on such a small camera. Well, it's actually been on other cameras, so I knew it was coming. But, 10 years ago, when I was like a little tiny boy, 15 years old, minuscule chap, I was not expecting something as beautiful as this. But it is expensive, you're paying for it, but I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, there's also 1080p at 240 frames per second, so this means that you can enable stunning slow motion. The problem with this though, is it actually records in a different format, so I had to convert it in Handbrake. My editing suite didn't recognize it, and when I played it back, just the normal file from the camera, I had a little bit of delay, frames were dropping, and it wasn't smooth. So they're using a new codec there, so you are going to have to use Handbrake or another video converter to convert it into a readable file. Comparing the Hero 6 to the Hero 5 as well, when it comes to the image stabilization, the Hero 6 actually boasts 4K 30 frames per second with image stabilization, and it is gimbal-like footage. It is so smooth, it's amazing. Where on the Hero 5, you can only go up to 1080p image stabilization, which is okay, but like I mentioned before, it seems like they held back on a lot of this, made a bit of money from the Hero 5, and then just jumped in with the Hero 6, which is what the Hero 5 should have been, but I digress. It's still an amazing camera, the 5 and the 6, and you are paying for quality with the 6 here. You've got some awesome features, the same form factor as the 5, and the internals are just bumped up. It's like they've got little people in there working extra hard, 2 times as hard maybe. I do have a few things that I'm disappointed with, but it seems to be a common trend with these action cameras. The first thing is audio quality. It's okay, it's decent, but it hasn't seemed to improve drastically. That's something that I'd love to see. Now, you can get plug-in microphones and you can get alternatives, but I would like to see inbuilt audio that's half decent. That would be really nice.
Mate, it's basically the same as the Hero 5.
and also the low light from this camera is not fantastic, but then at the same time you have to understand that there's a tiny sensor, so it can't let in too much light, meaning that you are going to get a bit of graininess in your shot, but it just isn't fantastic. You know, they do have modes that you can go into for better low light, but it's just something that GoPro has always struggled with. Their low light is never fantastic, and their audio has varied so much in the last couple of versions. I also love the waterproof body of the Hero 6. Just like the Hero 5, it's ready to go straight out of the box. You can just chuck it into the water. Like literally, maybe your unboxing should just be you throwing it into the ocean. I know you'll never see it again, but I mean, it'll be an interesting unboxing. Anyway, you can swim naked for up to 10 meters without any sort of housing or case around your GoPro, just the way it is straight out of the box, which is really great. That's something that I was looking forward to with GoPro. You always had to have that enclosure wrapped around it, which limited audio quality. It also heated up the camera quite a lot in a small enclosure, so I really love what they've done here with this great unibody, wet-proof, watery, juicy design, yes. The voice commands that GoPro have added to the new Hero 6 and that were available on the Hero 5 are pretty decent. Now, I mean, at first I thought it was quite gimmicky, but the commands are quite easy to use and the GoPro seems to be quite responsive. So you basically just say, GoPro start recording, GoPro stop recording, GoPro turn off, and there will be a clip in a second where we compare the speed of the Hero 5 and the Hero 6. You can see that the Hero 6 has been slightly improved. Nothing amazing, but I mean, it's a lot more responsive and it seems to be a lot more reliable. There were a few times where the Hero 5 didn't record and the Hero 6 did record. So overall, I was quite impressed with, I guess, the improvement of the voice commands, but it's one of those things that I would probably forget about in the future. I'd probably just prefer to just press record, but anyway, it's still a handy feature if you're away from the camera and you want to be in the shot, for example. You can just shout out, GoPro, start recording! And you can be a distance away from it and you just hope that it started recording.
GoPro, start recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off.
I mentioned the stabilization before with the Hero 6. Now, I'm honestly blown away. I've tested out gimbals on my channel. Seeing as I'm a tech reviewer, I've reviewed many action cameras, many gimbals, many different stabilizers and jerry rigs that can hold your camera stable apparently, or shoulder rigs or mounts or whatever else you're looking for. I'm pretty sure I've checked it out on my channel. Now, I was genuinely blown away. Now, I thought it was just going to be a slight improvement from the Hero 5, and honestly, I wasn't that impressed with the Hero 5 stabilization, but the Hero 6 is insane. It's buttery smooth. It's like you've got a gimbal mounted on, and your GoPro is just going along for the ride. It's amazing. It's so smooth, and I'm extremely impressed with that. Overall, I believe that the Hero 6 is more than just an action camera, more than just a sports camera. It's an everyday camera. You haven't got any of that banding that used to happen in previous GoPros where it looks like you've got a fisheye lens mounted. The way it films now, it's a proper aspect ratio. It pulls the image out and it just looks really clean. So honestly, I'm impressed. It's an everyday camera that you can use. Like I mentioned, the audio is not fantastic. It is still usable though, it's still good. I'm just saying it's not amazing. So this could even be a little vlogging camera if you improve the microphone with an external microphone, or maybe you can just use the internal microphone and just show the GoPro at its core and show off what it can actually do. The stabilization has impressed me. The image quality, I haven't even mentioned that. The image quality from this camera straight out of the box is amazing. Honestly, the colors pop. It's a very rich, sharp image, and I have done a side-by-side which is on my channel, and you can see between the Hero 5 and the Hero 6, the Hero 6 is just a lot more stable, the image pops a lot more, and it's a lot more of an appealing image over the Hero 5, where the Hero 5 kind of looks dull. Now, don't get me wrong, you can edit the footage for the Hero 5 and probably make it look exactly like the Hero 6, but you're not going to get that stabilization, you're not going to get that ease of use straight out of the box, ready to film, with beautiful imagery. So overall, the Hero 6 is beautiful in that regard, and a great update if you have the money. If you're coming from the Hero 4, for example, or something below that, the Hero 6 is awesome. It's honestly a great update. There's also a little feature called touch zoom, so you basically just touch the screen and it will zoom in, which is quite nice as well. It's something they've been mentioning a lot on their website. But overall, it's just a whole package. You're getting quite a lot with the Hero 6, and it's quite an impressive little camera, guys. So if you're looking for an upgrade, or if you're looking to get something that could be potentially a great sports camera, an action camera, or just a general camera, the Hero 6 pretty much does everything you want, so I do recommend it if you have that kind of money. It is extremely expensive, don't get me wrong, I realize that that kind of money is absurd and you can buy so much with it. You can probably even buy like a second-hand car that's half decent, but it's an action camera, it's GoPro, you've got the name behind it, you've got all the support that GoPro offer, the aftermarket support, you get the support when it comes to the app updates and updates to the camera. There'll still even be some updates to the Hero 6 in the future that may even add some features. GoPro are really good with that kind of stuff, so highly recommend it. Check it out. Stay tuned to the channel for more videos. I do have some comparisons on my channel, so make sure to check them out. Thank you so much for watching, though. Make sure to have a splendid day and peace out. Yeah!